God's chosen ones. God is funding your life. Now, stop worrying. This is not a small promise whispered into the wind. This is a powerful truth meant to settle deep into your heart and steady your breathing. God is funding your life right now, and He is asking you to release the weight of fear that has been pressing on your shoulders. You have carried silent worries about money, about provision, about tomorrow, but heaven has already moved on your behalf. The one who created you has not left your needs unattended, and He is closer than your next breath. Type 222 if you believe. You are not surviving on your own strength. You are not building your future by accident. God is supplying what you cannot see and arranging what you cannot control. Even when your bank account looks small and your plans seem uncertain, His resources are not limited. His love is not limited. His power is not limited. There have been nights when you lay awake, calculating numbers in your mind and wondering how everything will work out. There have been moments when fear tried to speak louder than faith. Yet through all of it, God has been quietly sustaining you. He has been opening doors you did not notice and closing traps that would have harmed you. Please take a moment to like this video and stand with your faith today. When you understand that God is funding your life, your heart begins to rest. Funding does not always arrive in the way you expect. Sometimes it comes as an unexpected opportunity. Sometimes it comes as strength to keep going when you feel tired. Sometimes it comes as wisdom that saves you from costly mistakes. All of it is provision. Jesus Christ walked this earth with complete trust in the Father. He did not move in panic. He did not speak from fear. He lived with the quiet confidence that heaven would supply every need at the right time. That same covering now rests over you. You belong to God, and He takes responsibility for what belongs to Him. Worry has tried to convince you that you are alone in this journey. It has whispered that you must fight every battle by yourself. It has told you that if you do not stress, everything will fall apart. But worry is not your provider. Anxiety is not your savior. God alone is your source. When you wake up each morning, you are waking up under divine care. When you go to sleep at night, you are resting in divine protection. Even when circumstances feel unstable, your foundation is secure. God is not shaken by the economy, by delays, or by human decisions. He sees the full picture while you only see a small part. There are blessings already moving toward you. There are solutions already being shaped in places you cannot reach. God is aligning people, conversations, and timing for your good. You may not feel wealthy right now, but you are deeply supported. Type 1111 if you trust in God. Being chosen by God does not mean you will never face challenges. It means your challenges will never defeat His plan. It means that even in moments of lack, there is hidden provision. It means that even in seasons of waiting, there is unseen preparation. Jesus showed the world what it looks like to depend fully on the Father. He served with compassion. He loved without holding back. He gave even when others doubted Him. His life is a reminder that heaven's supply flows through trust and obedience. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. God has written your story with care. Every step you have taken, even the painful ones, has been watched over with love. The same hands that formed the stars are holding your future steady. Stop measuring your life by what you do not yet have. Start seeing it through the lens of God's promise. He is funding your dreams with patience. He is funding your growth with lessons. He is funding your healing with grace. There are times when provision comes quietly. It shows up as peace in the middle of chaos. It appears as unexpected kindness from someone you barely know. It arrives as clarity when you felt confused. These are not coincidences. These are signs of a faithful God at work. Your identity is not tied to your income. Your worth is not tied to your possessions. You are valuable because you are loved by the Creator. You are secure because Jesus has already paid the highest price for you. As you walk forward, let your heart soften, let your shoulders relax, let your thoughts slow down. God is not asking you to figure everything out. He is asking you to trust Him one step at a time. When fear tries to rise again, remember this truth. The God who called you is also the God who provides for you. He does not start what He will not sustain. He does not plant what He will not water. Your life is being funded by heaven's generosity. Your path is being cleared by divine wisdom. Your needs are being seen by loving eyes. Even now, blessings are unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. You have sometimes thought that funding means a sudden breakthrough or a dramatic change. You have imagined a single moment where everything shifts and all your worries disappear, but God often works in steady, faithful ways. He provides daily bread, daily strength, daily grace. He builds your life like a careful architect, placing each piece at the right time. There were seasons when you felt delayed. You saw others moving ahead while you seemed to stand still. You wondered if heaven had forgotten your address. Yet in those very seasons, God was investing in your character. He was shaping patience inside you. He was teaching you endurance that no amount of money could buy. Type 777 if you trust Jesus. What if wealth could be triggered from inside your own mind through a powerful sound frequency once hidden in classified files? Experts say this signal naturally attracts opportunity and financial freedom, and many people are already putting it to use. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate this hidden brainwave today. Jesus lived in simplicity, yet He carried the richest purpose the world has ever known. He did not chase status. He did not measure success by possessions. He trusted the Father completely, and through that trust, He accomplished what no human effort could achieve alone. His life shows you that divine funding is not always loud, but it is always powerful. God is funding your courage right now. When fear tries to hold you back, He is pouring strength into your spirit. When doubt whispers that you are not enough, He is reminding you that you are chosen. When doors seem closed, He is preparing better ones that align with His will. There have been moments when you felt embarrassed by your limitations. You compared your resources with others and felt small. But heaven does not compare you with anyone. God sees your heart. He sees your faithfulness in small things. He sees your quiet prayers and your hidden tears. Provision is not only about what you receive, it is also about what you are protected from. There were opportunities that did not work out, and at the time they felt like losses. Later you will understand that some of those closed paths were acts of mercy. God was shielding you from burdens that would have drained your joy. You are learning that worry does not speed up miracles. Anxiety does not multiply blessings. Trust is the soil where God's promises grow. The more you rest in Him, the more clearly you will see His hand at work. There is a calm strength forming inside you. It is different from excitement. It is deeper than temporary relief. It is the quiet assurance that God is managing what you cannot manage. This peace is evidence that He is near. Type yes to affirm. God is also funding your healing. Emotional wounds that once felt permanent are slowly being restored. Pain that shaped your past is not allowed to define your future. Jesus carries compassion that reaches into the deepest parts of your heart. His love mends what others could not fix. You may not see the full picture of where your life is going, but God sees every detail. He knows the right connections for you. He knows the right timing. He knows the lessons you must learn before stepping into greater responsibility. When you feel tired of waiting, remember that waiting is not wasted. It is preparation, it is strengthening, it is alignment. God does not rush growth, because rushed growth cannot sustain long-term blessing. You are not being asked to ignore reality. You are being invited to see reality through faith. Challenges may still appear, bills may still need to be paid, decisions may still require wisdom, yet over all of it, there is a greater truth. God is your source. The world often teaches that security comes from control. It tells you to hold tightly to everything, but Jesus teaches a different way. He teaches surrender. He teaches trust. He teaches that when you place your life in God's hands, you are placing it in the safest place possible. There is beauty in knowing that you are supported by heaven. It changes how you speak. It changes how you think. It changes how you treat others. When you know you are provided for, you do not need to live in competition. You can live in gratitude. God is funding your dreams in ways you do not yet understand. Ideas are forming in your mind. Desires are growing in your heart. Skills are being sharpened through everyday experiences. Nothing is random. Every lesson has value. There will be moments soon when you look back and realize how carefully you were guided. You will see that even your struggles had purpose. You will recognize that what felt like delay was divine timing. Gratitude will replace the anxiety you once carried. You are being invited to release the habit of constant worry. It has weighed down your spirit long enough. God is not angry with you for feeling afraid. He understands your human heart, yet He gently calls you higher into trust. Each sunrise is a reminder that mercy continues. Each breath is proof that grace has not run out. Your life is not hanging by a fragile thread. It is held firmly in the hands of a faithful God. As you move forward, choose to speak life over yourself. Choose to declare that you are provided for. Choose to believe that Jesus is walking beside you. The path may still have hills, but you will not climb them alone. You are funded with wisdom for every decision. You are funded with strength for every challenge. You are funded with love that overflows into every relationship. This is not temporary support. This is covenant care. In the past, you may have prayed only for financial relief. You asked for open doors, quick answers, and visible results. Those prayers were heard with love, yet God also saw what you would need in the future. He knew that blessing without preparation can become a burden, so He began to build you from the inside out. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. Walking by faith means trusting when the path is not fully visible. It means choosing peace even when circumstances feel uncertain. It means believing that God's hands are steady even when your own hands tremble. You are learning this step by step. You are growing stronger in ways that cannot be measured by numbers. God is funding your discipline. He is teaching you how to manage what you already have. He is helping you become wise with small things so you can handle greater things later. This growth may feel slow, but it is solid. It is laying a foundation that will not collapse under pressure. Jesus lived with a clear sense of purpose. He did not rush ahead of God's timing. He did not force doors open. He trusted that the Father would lead him at the right moment. That same guidance is available to you now. You are not wandering without direction. A revealed 7-second brainwave technique, supported by neuroscience and once hidden in classified files, is helping thousands switch on their brain's wealth setting. People call it the money magnet sound because of how quickly it seems to draw abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. There have been hidden victories in your life that you barely noticed. You overcame habits that once controlled you. You endured storms that could have broken you. You made choices that honored God even when no one was watching. These are signs of divine investment. God is also funding your relationships. He is removing connections that drain your spirit. He is strengthening bonds that reflect His love. Sometimes separation feels painful, but it can be protective. He is clearing space for healthier influences. There were conversations that did not go the way you expected. There were plans that did not unfold as you hoped. Yet even in disappointment, God was teaching you resilience. He was showing you that your security does not rest in people alone, it rests in Him. Type 1919 to receive miracles. Miracles are not always dramatic. Sometimes they are quiet shifts in perspective. Sometimes they are small opportunities that grow into something meaningful. Sometimes they are inner breakthroughs where fear loses its grip. These are sacred moments of provision. You may have thought that your mistakes disqualified you from greater blessing. You may have believed that past failures reduced your value. But Jesus does not define you by your worst moments. He defines you by His redeeming love. Through Him, restoration becomes possible. God is funding your confidence. Not pride, but steady assurance rooted in His presence. You are learning to stand tall without arrogance. You are learning to speak with courage without harshness. This balance is a gift from heaven. There is also emotional provision flowing toward you. Where there was once insecurity, there is growing stability. Where there was confusion, there is emerging clarity. God is calming your thoughts and strengthening your heart. At times, you may still feel the pull of worry. Old habits of fear do not disappear overnight, yet you are no longer ruled by them. Each day you choose trust, you weaken anxiety's hold. Each day you remember God's faithfulness, you build stronger faith. Jesus endured suffering, yet He never doubted the Father's care. His trust was not based on comfort, it was based on relationship. In the same way, your trust is deepening beyond circumstances. It is anchored in who God is. You are also being funded with creativity. New ideas are stirring within you. Fresh visions are forming in your mind. God is planting seeds that will grow into opportunities. These inspirations are part of His provision. Do not underestimate the power of small beginnings. Many great stories start quietly. Many strong foundations are built without applause. Your journey is unfolding with intention. There is grace covering your weaknesses. There is mercy meeting your shortcomings. God does not expect perfection from you. He desires faith and willingness. As you offer your heart, He supplies what you lack. You are not behind in life. You are not late in destiny. You are exactly where growth can happen. Every lesson you learn now will support you later. Every act of obedience is building future stability. When you look at your life through fear, you see limitation. When you look through faith, you see possibility. God is inviting you to change your perspective. He is reminding you that heaven's resources are greater than earthly scarcity. The peace you are feeling more often now is not accidental. It is evidence that trust is taking root. It is a sign that you are beginning to rest in divine care. This peace will guard your heart when challenges arise. Continue to move forward with quiet confidence. Continue to pray with expectation. Continue to act with integrity. God is honoring your faithfulness in ways you cannot yet see. You are chosen, not because you are flawless, but because you are loved. You are supported, not because you earned it, but because grace flows freely. You are funded, not only for today, but for the life unfolding ahead. You are loved because you are His. That truth alone carries more security than any paycheck or position. When Jesus gave His life, He did not calculate your performance. He chose you out of pure love. That love now sustains you in ways the world cannot understand. Type 1010 if you agree. There were seasons when you worked so hard to prove yourself. You pushed beyond your limits because you feared being left behind. You carried silent pressure to succeed so that you would feel safe. God saw your effort, but He also saw your exhaustion. Now He is inviting you into a healthier rhythm. He is teaching you that rest is not weakness, trust is not laziness, faith is not denial of reality. Faith is confidence that He is actively involved in your life. God is funding your rest. He is giving you permission to breathe without guilt. He is reminding you that the world does not rest on your shoulders. It rests in His hands. When Jesus withdrew to quiet places, He was not escaping responsibility. He was strengthening His connection with the Father. From that place of communion came wisdom, compassion, and power. In the same way, your strength grows when you stay close to God. There is also a renewal happening in your thoughts. Where you once imagined worst-case scenarios, you are slowly learning to expect goodness. Where you once assumed rejection, you are beginning to anticipate favor. This transformation is not accidental. It is funded by grace. Type 222 to claim miracles. A hidden brainwave once kept in classified files has been said to spark powerful prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch within your mind that pulls in abundance like a magnet. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. Miracles often begin in the mind before they appear in circumstances. When your thinking shifts, your reactions shift. When your reactions shift, your path changes. God is aligning your inner world so your outer world can reflect His peace. You have worried about not having enough money, enough talent, enough opportunity. Yet God has never required you to be enough on your own. He simply asks you to trust that He is enough. His strength fills the spaces where you feel weak. There were times when doors closed and you felt rejected. You wondered if you had done something wrong. You replayed conversations and decisions in your mind. But sometimes a closed door is not rejection, it is redirection. God is funding your redirection. He is guiding you away from paths that would not have served your long-term purpose. He is aligning you with people and places that support your calling. Even setbacks are part of His strategy. Your faith is becoming less fragile. It is no longer shaken by every small challenge. It is becoming rooted and steady. This maturity is precious in God's eyes. Jesus faced misunderstanding and opposition, yet He remained grounded in truth. He did not let temporary resistance derail eternal purpose. In the same way, you are learning to stay centered even when others doubt you. Your stability comes from God, not approval. You are also being funded with courage to release comparison. Comparison once stole your joy. It made you feel behind or inadequate. Now you are seeing that your path is unique. God designed your story differently from anyone else's. He is not copying someone else's blueprint for you. He is crafting something specific, personal, and meaningful. When you embrace this truth, freedom grows inside you. There is also financial wisdom developing in you. You are becoming more thoughtful about your choices. You are learning to plan with patience instead of panic. This wisdom is a form of provision. God does not simply drop blessings into careless hands. He prepares the heart to steward them well. As you grow in responsibility, you are preparing to handle greater abundance. You may not yet see the full harvest of your obedience. Seeds take time to grow, but every act of faithfulness is stored in heaven's memory. Nothing is wasted. When worry tries to return, remember how many times you have already been sustained. Remember the bills that were paid, the strength that arrived, the help that appeared. These are testimonies of divine funding. You are not an accident wandering through random events. You are a chosen child guided by intentional love. God knows your name. He knows your needs. He knows your potential. Let your heart soften toward yourself. Forgive your past missteps. Release harsh self-judgment. Jesus has already carried your shame, so you do not have to carry it any longer. You are moving into a season where trust feels more natural, peace feels more familiar, gratitude feels more constant. This shift is evidence that God is working deeply within you. Continue to walk with humility and confidence. Continue to believe that provision is flowing even when unseen. Continue to align your choices with faith rather than fear. Your life is not running out of support. It is being steadily sustained. Your story is not collapsing. It is unfolding with purpose. You once believed that security meant having every detail planned. You thought peace would come only after every bill was paid and every question answered. Yet even in moments when things were uncertain, you were still carried. Even when your plans shifted, you were still protected. This realization is changing you from the inside. God is funding your stability. Not a fragile stability that depends on perfect conditions, but a deep inner steadiness that remains when storms pass through. You are learning to anchor yourself in His character rather than in outcomes. This anchor holds firm when emotions rise and when news feels overwhelming. Type 777 if you trust Jesus. Trust grows through experience. Each time you thought you would fall apart and did not, trust grew. Each time you expected disaster and instead found provision, trust deepened. God has been building a history with you. That history is evidence of His faithfulness. You are also being funded with endurance. There were seasons that felt longer than you expected. You waited for change, yet nothing seemed to move. In those waiting rooms of life, something important was happening within you. Patience was forming, strength was strengthening. Jesus endured hardship without surrendering to despair. He walked through suffering with dignity and compassion. His endurance was not passive, it was powerful and purposeful. In the same way, your endurance is shaping you into someone who can handle greater responsibility without losing peace. There is also provision flowing into your discernment. You are beginning to sense what aligns with your purpose and what does not. You are less easily distracted. You are more aware of what drains your energy and what restores it. This clarity is a gift from God. Type Amen if you believe. Belief is not blind optimism. It is confidence rooted in who God is. When you say you believe, you are declaring that His promises carry more weight than your fears. You are aligning your heart with heaven's perspective. God is funding your vision. He is expanding how you see your future. What once looked impossible is now beginning to feel achievable. Not because you suddenly became stronger, but because your trust has grown deeper. There was a time when you hesitated to dream. You feared disappointment. You limited your expectations to protect yourself. But God did not create you for small thinking. He placed purpose inside you that deserves room to grow. Your growth is not rushed. It is intentional. Like a tree planted by steady waters, you are developing roots before branches. Roots give stability. Roots allow you to withstand strong winds. This hidden development is part of divine funding. You are also being funded with compassion. As you heal, you become more gentle with others. As you receive grace, you offer grace more freely. This softness is not weakness. It is strength under control. A rare 7-second morning routine, previously hidden in classified files, is resurfacing, and people are already sharing stories of rapid financial progress. It requires almost no time, yet it activates a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most never access. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it disappears. Jesus moved through crowds with compassion. He saw beyond appearances and responded to need. His love was practical and tender. As you walk closer with him, that same spirit begins to shape your responses. There is financial growth coming, but it is aligned with maturity. God is not withholding blessing from you. He is aligning blessing with readiness. When increase comes, it will not overwhelm you. It will expand what you are already stewarding well. You are learning to manage emotions without being controlled by them. You are learning to respond instead of react. This emotional stability is valuable. It allows you to make decisions from peace instead of panic. God is also funding your resilience after disappointment. There were hopes that did not materialize. There were plans that dissolved. Yet, you did not break. You bent, but you did not shatter. This resilience is proof that you are stronger than you once believed. It is proof that God's hand has been holding you through every low moment. You are not fragile. You are fortified by faith. When worry tries to return, it feels less convincing now. It no longer carries the same authority. You have seen too much evidence of provision to fully believe in scarcity. You have experienced too much grace to surrender to fear. Continue nurturing your connection with God. Spend time in quiet reflection. Speak gratitude even before you see results. Gratitude opens your heart to recognize what is already present. You are funded with opportunities to grow. You are funded with lessons that refine your character. You are funded with relationships that support your journey.